NITHYANANDAM, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would be sharing an amazing experience that happened to me this morning. Right, so as I said, my Purvasha mother came for this inner awakening. And guys, I'm telling you, it feels like I'm undergoing 2 inner awakenings without even being in the hall of inner awakening. So what does it mean? How is it possible? It simply means one truth: that another person does not exist as you think they do, or he or she does. The reality is that they are only your projection of your consciousness. So what makes me say so? As you might know, that your biomemory comes from your mother. And you have muscle memory, biomemory, and the God particle, which is the bioenergy. So, since biomemory comes from your mother, is where the deepest incompletions are stored. It is very essential and very important to complete your mother. Guys, complete your inner circle of your life, your family, and you become enlightened, I'm telling you. I literally feeling like by the end of this inner awakening, I'll be there. There's a good chance of this happening. Today she was telling me a few stories how when Swamiji triggered her memory back when she was 5 or 6 years of age, and exactly the same fears I am experiencing in this body. Like one of them was when she had gone with her family to like some seaside, and one guy see my grandma and my mom also, but now this story is about my grandma. She's very very beautiful lady, and then one of the guys she wanted like to find his way through all this, but she was married obviously to my granddad, and they were in the car driving, and he was like trying, and then my grandma just said no and made it clear like nothing is gonna happen. And that time he said, I'm gonna take you to the sea and like basically drown you guys, like this he said. And that exactly the feeling she was describing. I, with mirroring neurons in our brains, I could feel that whole experience as she was experiencing at that time. And thanks to Swamiji initiations into sannyas, my awareness was big enough to grasp this incompletion, which is shallow and shallow and shallow compared to Swamiji's super consciousness. And it was just melted into this super consciousness. And that means in her also it melted because we were in oneness. And there were other stories also in incompletion she shared when she was young. And see, without Swamiji, she would never remember this. It would never come into my mind. I tried to do completion with her before. She said, I would never remember. Simply Swamiji just brings the necessary thought currents and memories back in the completion process. And when she's telling me exactly the same fears I am having. And another thing I realized, that I've decided to be a son of a particular mother, even though she had these incompletions, deep incompletions, let's say, they're nothing to Swamiji. Somewhere I knew the moment I connected her and myself to Swamiji, they will be just simply vanished. Like literally, that's why now I realize I was so insanely like passionate about bringing her and the whole family to inner awakening in February itself when I've decided to come. They thought I'm bloody crazy. They literally thought I'm going nuts. But I had this super like desire to bring them here. Like I knew this is for them. And now when she's here, all my answers, they just get answered. And that says the other, like basically, guys, it is very important to complete people who are in your inner circle. It is your life, they're part of you. They're not separate from you as you may think. They are playing a huge role in your life. Your mother, father, your grandparents, whatever. Usually the closest are father, mother, and brother. Complete them, bring them to inner awakening. You won't even believe how much you transform. You probably see it now in the video, how much transformed I am before last video and this video. Amazing clarity, amazing way of just be able to say what comes into your mind through the consciousness, or I should say consciousness. Before I was feeling like this, now feeling consciousness comes from here. Like, transformation is unbelievable. So check this out. Like, literally, you have a right to start living your life with harmony with people you love. So it's Swamiji's blessings through me. Let it happen. Tatastu. Decide for inner awakening. Decide to become complete and complete others. Just complete others, actually. You become enlightened. I'm telling you. It is blessings. Wishing and blessings and all the auspicious blessings are there. You will make it. So with that, I want to conclude the video. Subscribe to my channel. Whatever comments, whatever questions, please ask. I'll answer. Inner awakening. Like any... Not necessarily to inner awakening, anything about spirituality, anything about Swamiji, anything about Reiki, whatever you want to ask, I'll reply, and we'll find a way for you. We'll cause your reality. We'll make you enlightened in this lifetime. This is my commitment to you. Okay, thank you. Nithyanandam.